staying with Houma, Louisiana for this Week 12 matchup between the Atlanta Swarm and the Louisiana Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northup, and joining me is my analyst, Rick Nordra.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Louisiana.
Revolution looking to finish the season strong. Atlanta needs a win. And even if they get that win, Rick, they need some help if they want to continue into the postseason.
Need some help, but the first order of business today is getting the victory. So, Colin, we're ready for the coin toss. Said Atlanta needs to win and needs some help. What's that help gonna look like?
Well, they need Arizona to lose to Sioux Falls, and they need Houston to lose their remaining contests, including the makeup game between them and London. Meanwhile, the Revolution will elect to put that defense on the field first against this Atlanta passing attack. Two teams met earlier in the year. Atlanta lost 30-20. That was back in week 4. This is the second time this year these teams have met. Matt Finnick to kick off for Louisiana. And we're underway. AC Morgan on the return.
Uh-oh.
He circles the wrong way and gets tackled back at the 18.
Trying to circle the wagons. Yes, there's good coverage on that kick.
Well, Brian Dynasty is the quarterback for Atlanta. Second-year man from Hawaii is his hometown. Mitchell Bryant's the fullback. BDG Hollywood is the halfback. We'll get to the rest of the starting lineup in just a moment. Here's to get to Hollywood up the middle. He picks up 2 yards on his first carry. Tackle made by Blake B. Craze.
And more important news, there's been a Rick meter mentioned in the chat already. Thank you, Doug Britton. The Rick meter is here down in Louisiana. I think the first time the Rick meter was here was in 1814. I took a little trip down to Louisiana. Down to Louisiana along the mighty Mississippi. Sorry.
Here's the second straight handoff to Hollywood. He's stopped the line of scrimmage for no gain by Deontay Wilder. For Atlanta on offense, they have wide receivers Boo Chisholm and Siege Falco. Tight ends are Will Todd and Jamal Wooding. And for Louisiana on defense, it's Derek Jenko, Ross Napoli, Luther Gahn, and Deontay Wilder along the defensive line. As this throw over the middle is complete to Boo Chisholm for a first down. Linebackers are Chuck Diesel and Blake B. Craze, and the DBs, there are 5 of them. Evan Arthur and Rolliman Hood are the corners. Nathan Blake and Anthony Wild are safeties. They have 2 strong safeties, so that make that 6 defensive backs, Tank Bennett and Jeff Malinish. Here to pass out. Ooh, complete. That is to Todd again, his second grab. He picks up 7. Second and 3. For Atlanta coming in on offense, they averaged 28 points a game. That's 5th best. 12th best rushing attack. But Hollywood is tackled in the backfield by Wilder for a short loss. They're 8th in total yards and 10th in passing yards a game. Ryan Dynasty has 22 touchdown passes on the year. That is 2nd best in the league. Unfortunately for him, he also has 31 interceptions. It's a 3rd and 2 situation for Atlanta. First 3rd down conversion attempt. Here's to get to Hollywood. He's got the blockers, and he barely picks up the first down.
Move them chains. It looked dicey for a moment, Colin. Hollywood knows how to get the job done.
Atlanta coming in. Third down conversion percentage is 56%. That's fifth best. Hollywood gets the carry again, and this time he's strung out in the backfield for a loss. By Ross Napoli, number 91.
Napoli won't be denied as Louisiana commits to stopping Hollywood on that run. What do you call it? Well, and there's a first down.
To Siege Falco, big pass down the field. First big pass of the day. Tackle made by Chuck Diesel. Saves what could have been a short touchdown.
Want to apologize for a little technical difficulty with the mics here in the booth. Hopefully it sounds better. As we've got another first down for Atlanta, and there's a handoff.
Hollywood loses 3 yards.
And they string it out again.
It's Tank Bennett with the hard collision in the backfield for Louisiana.
Thank you very much. You'll have a seat, Mr. Hollywood.
For Bennett, he's the leading tackle on this team with 117 tackles. He also has 6 interceptions. It's tied for second on the team. Dynasty's pass complete, but there's a fumble on the play. That was Boo Chisholm, and the scramble is won by Louisiana. Rollerman Hood picks up the ball.
Well, start the revolution. The revolution will be televised as their offense picks up their helmets and runs onto the field, Colin.
Rollerman Hood fell on the ball. Initial hit made by Chuck Diesel. And Lafouche, he started his first career game last week. He's been the backup all season long. Local product here in Louisiana, played at nearby Nichols State University. He takes over. First and 10 at the 36, and this pass is complete to Chase Earl, but Earl will lose 2 yards on the play.
Right, and that's the best news is it looked like it was almost going to be intercepted, Colin. A very dicey throw.
Running back is Reggie Streeter. Wide receivers are Chase Earl, Mike Twin Screw, B.E. Robo. Tight end is Garrison Blue, and the offensive lineman is Leonard Butler Sr. at left guard.
A short drop.
Lafouche over the middle, knocked away beautifully on the play by the inside linebacker Cole Finnegan, number 57.
Finnegan just settling into a little center field action, reading the quarterback's eyes, Colin, and that's how you do it for the youngsters taking notes today.
We have a 3rd and 12. Louisiana 55% converting on third down coming into the game. This is a little bit longer. 3rd and 12. Lafouche back to throw. Fires, and it's nearly intercepted that time. Cree Higgins had it in his hands, but he could not grasp it. And
well, at 4th and 12, Atlanta's going to get the ball back. No harm, no foul at this point on that fumble. They just lose field position. They'll get another crack at it. As I said, the Rick Meter's in town. Rick Meter's staff wants to see a couple of possessions on both sides before making an initial evaluation.
I see Leonard Butler Sr. in the chat. He thanks for the shout out. No problem, sir. Just doing my job.
Keep playing well. You'll get more from the man, the myth, the legend, Colin Northrup.
First and 10 on the Atlanta 34. They drove it a little bit, but stalled out and were forced to punt. Here's Hollywood up the middle. He picks up 2.
Hollywood, after that initial run or two, has had a little tougher sledding. Colin, I'm assuming Louisiana's an aspect of their game plan today is to slow him down or stop him. He might be restrained but not contained.
Hollywood has 70 catches out of the backfield. He's the leading receiver in terms of catches, but yards, it's Falco with 944. Hollywood gets another carry, and he gets up to the 40-yard line.
Pretty sure that was an old school clothesline tackle, which is patently illegal. Illegal. Just like gambling at Bushwood is illegal.
Here's 3rd and 4. They have 2 tight ends on the same side. Here's to get to Hollywood, and he will get stopped 2 yards short of the sticks.
Same style of tackle. And by the way, I never slice.
Another punt upcoming. Robo back deep for Louisiana.
So that fumble does hurt, as Atlanta cannot regain the original field position they had when that fumble occurred. There's good coverage by your Atlanta Swarm.
Turn made up to the 23.
So far, other than that initial drive by Atlanta, the Rick meter has not been impressed with either offense. Is impressed with the D.
6.5 point underdog at home are the Revolution, over under 48.5.
That game we had last week, the under was shattered as the over hit by 20 points.
Down the field, incomplete. Tipped up in the air, knocked away by Chris Henry, the strong safety. He's back there with Moose Papano at the free safety. And then they have 3 cornerbacks, Connor Darien, Blake Amrak, and Jay Miraculous. The linebackers are Cole Finnegan, Cree Higgins, and of course the veteran Aquan Shine. Defensive line has Chris Porter and Billy Ray Valentine at the ends. Tackles Leo Jefferson and Joshua Williams. Williams leads his team with 7 sacks coming in. As LaFouche throws, and it is complete to Earl at the 30 out of bounds, 3 yards short of the sticks.
That was just a terrific catch. And what about the scramble to stay alive long enough to make the throw, Colin?
For Earl, he's tied for second on the team in receptions with 48, but he leads in yards with 685. Has 4 receiving touchdowns, also leads the team in that category. 3rd and 3 from the 30. They will hand off to Reggie Streeter. Streeter, weaving his way through traffic, picks up the first down. And for Reggie, he's number 5 in carries, coming in with 246. Has 1,222 yards. Has 14 rushing touchdowns, only 1 lost fumble. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the bottom. 1 to the top. Offset back is Streeter. LaFouche back to throw over the middle, complete. That is Robo down to the 49.
Hey, I'm impressed by that throw as well, Colin. A little touch pass over the middle into traffic. And there it is. Great anticipation that the receiver was going to break free. Gambling that the linebacker was going to stop, and he did.
Robo, of course, was tight end last year, and this time he moved out to wide receiver following the departure of Saren Storm to London. Here's the throw out to Earl, and Chase Earl will pick up about 11 yards as he drags Blake Hamrack across the line of scrimmage. Or the line to gain, rather.
Line to gain, thank you very much. And they move into plus territory to the Revolution with that play, Colin.
Louisiana 3-8. It's not been the season that anybody wanted. A couple weeks ago, they released quarterback Johnny Pickler calling it a mutual separation. Reggie Streeter picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Streeter is tracking a bit of a milestone in his career. He's fast approaching the 9,000 yard mark. He's at 8,940 yards, so he doesn't have that far to go to reach 9,000.
Yeah. Well, so far, the new QB Lafouche is doing a better than serviceable job, and as I mentioned already, Colin, a couple of impressive plays, at least for this commenter.
Eric Williams, he has, for his career, 61 sacks. That's 10th best. And the all-time leaderboards is Reggie Streeter, like a whirling dervish.
the Tasmanian Devil of first downs right there, buddy.
Gets to the 28. Here we have a bunch formation. Garrison Blow, signed in the offseason from Vegas, is split out wide as this throw is complete for a 4-yard pickup. And look who it is, Chase Earl.
Earl the caddy. That's interesting. They ran everybody off in the secondary with that bunch formation, and Earl comes in behind it. Pass was a little janky. They did make progress, but could have maybe even had more if been a little bit better connection.
Here's 3-man backfield. Streeter unable to spin out of trouble this time as he's knocked backwards in a big way by number 25, Blake Hamrack.
He's had some big hits already. Trying to send a message. Put that message in a box. Do not drive that. Do not put that message in the car.
Here's the slant over the middle. Robo with the catch on the arrow route as we end the first quarter. And the 16-yard line. Score is 0-0. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Don't go anywhere. This is week 12 of Simulation Football. Just a little bit of housekeeping as we start the second quarter. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 16. Score 0-0. 16 of the Atlanta Swarm. Here's Lafouche, fires again. This is complete for the first grab of the day. Mike Quinn screw down to the 10.
Hey, if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website, simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy.
1st and 2nd and 4 at the 10. Lafouche back to throw, fires. The second straight grab by Twin Screw, who also serves as the team's offensive coordinator, player coach. He has 50 receptions for 603 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year. Last week against Tulsa, he had 8 grabs for 84 yards. Lafouche, 1st and goal, fires it out to Streeter, who only gets to the 4. He's knocked hard out of bounds by Jay Miraculous, and it'll be 2nd and goal from that spot. Bunch formation again. Blue tight to the formation, all alone on the other side. He's a big man. But the throw goes to Twin Screw on the slant for the touchdown. Louisiana strikes first to go up 6-0.
Well done. Very Very nice drive put together by the Revolution after after not able to make some progress with the earlier possessions, Colin.
And Lafouche, who threw one passing touchdown last week, has already matched that number here today. With 9:31 to go in the second. New backup quarterback is Bruce Ivy. His hold is perfect. 7-0 Louisiana. Here early in the second quarter, Atlanta still has time to respond.
And respond they'll need to. Want to keep pace. And you're really not sure what Louisiana's capable of with the quarterback change and some of the other things going on, Colin. So to minimize your risk, obviously you always want to put points on the board, but they need to respond.
Twin screw. That was his 4th receiving touchdown of the year. He's now tied for first with Chase Earl. Morgan's return is up to the 23. And that's where Atlanta will begin. 1st and 10. There's Anthony Wire, number 35. It's a 3-man backfield for Atlanta. They love to run this set. It's going to be a power play off to the left. Hollywood breaks the tackle. Has good blocks, but Nathan Blake saves any more damage from being done as he drags him down at the 35.
He cashes him for a first down. And you're right, Colin, there could have been more. It's odd to call a first down giving up play by the defense a good play, but you're right. He was just about to get that head of steam up.
Vincent Vasquez was in there as an eligible blocker on that last play. How will Todd checks in to take his spot next to O'Brien. And again, they'll get to Hollywood, and he can't get out of trouble. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's so interesting to me, Colin, that they've got full house backfield, and they overload that side of the line that they're attacking, and Louisiana's D still managed to swim upstream, if you will, avoid some blocks, and bring them down.
Again, they go I formation, 2 tight ends to the same side, single receivers. Chisholm here's to get to Hollywood, and they riding him early. As Tank Bennett, that was his 4th tackle, set up a 3rd and 5.
Third and a little bit longer than Atlanta would like. Not sure if you, based on production, want to give it to Hollywood here or not.
Split backs. And Dynasty to throw. Over the middle, complete. That is Jamal Wooding. The big tight end, number 86, able to grab it.
That's an unexpected play, both for me and for the Revolution D. It's a beautiful one over the middle, downfield.
For Wooding, he has 43 grabs for 715 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's 2nd on the team. As Dynasty's back to throw, has to run around, fires complete to Blue Chisholm.
Well, that's just a nifty catch as he's got the defender on his hip, Colin. See if we get another look at that.
They got 9 yards.
Second and short. We won't get a look at that, but that was a pretty reception.
There they go with the full house backfield again. Louisiana gets penetration, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Wow. Hey, keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules. To discover team content and stay up to date on SFL news, let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcast each week. With the hashtag Make an Impact, thanks for your support and viewership.
Yes, indeed. As Dynasty fires it over the middle of Falco, picks up 6 yards. Set up a second and 4 at 23. And Manik Kaka feeling it right now. High formation, O'Brien in front of Hollywood. Hollywood, second man through with a spin. He gets 2 down to the 20. Sammy Steele is the place kicker for the Atlanta Swarm. Mr. Steele is 23 of 25. Made 92% of his kicks. Matt Finnick for the Revolution is 14 of 15. 3rd and 2, Hollywood. Hey, got the first down.
Indeed. On the previous play, for those of you that are fans of good linebacker play, the Revolution had just 2 backers in, and they were off the line. It looked, for all intents and purposes, as though they were going to drop into coverage. And as soon as the ball was snapped, they rushed up to the line and helped that stop them short on the previous play. Very nice.
Here's the give up the middle. Hollywood, he only picks up 1 yard. Tough sledding for him on that play is Chuck Diesel. There was a handful of guys that came down from Gerald Smith's previous stop. When he got his assets to this team that was previously the New Orleans Pharaohs, Diesel was one of them. Hollywood gets stopped the line of scrimmage for no gain. We're at 1,000-yard watch for Siege Falco at 944 yards coming in. 69 receptions on 108 targets. 3rd and 9, Dynasty under center. Hollywood again. And this time he won't pick up the first down, but it should be plenty good enough for a field goal attempt. See the average for Hollywood, it's not exactly the greatest, but it's still early as we have 4th and 4 from 13.
It's very up and down. No gain, 1 yard, loss, and then boom, 8, 10, 11 yards for a first down.
Low snap, and Steele gets it through from 29. 3:41 to go until half. Louisiana leads 7-3.
Well, and this will bring us to our first reading from the Rick meter, which has made its way down south to Louisiana. One of the first cosmopolitan cities in North America, by the way. There's a whole history behind that, but the Rick meter is going with Lean, Louisiana. How about that? Lean, Louisiana. Louisiana's also getting 6.5 in this game, and the Rick meter likes their chances at this point. With the lead and getting the ball back here as we're into the waning minutes of the second quarter, Colin.
As Malinishin spins on the return and gets it up to the 28.
Was that a clockwise spin and then a counterclockwise spin, or vice versa?
That was Jeb Malinishin on the return.
Yes.
And we're very close to the Big Apple. We're in a small town called Houma, Louisiana.
The Big Apple?
Or the Big Easy.
The Big Easy, yeah. We're not close to the Big Apple at all. Unless there's something I don't know. Big Easy. Yeah, by the way, I messed up the Battle of New Orleans by Johnny Horton.
As the spin up the middle by Streeter picks up 7.
Apparently nobody in the chat knows about that. Battle of New Orleans, a hit by Johnny Horton in 1959. I believe the first line is in 1814. We took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. What did they take? They took a little bacon, they took a little beans. And what did they do? They fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. There you go.
1st and 10. Or 2nd and 3, rather. Streeter breaks the tackle. And Reggie Streeter almost.
Sorry, I'm going fanboy over your call, Colin. That's not cool. I'll officially apologize. Love that play.
Reggie Streeter broke one tackle like it was nothing. That guy's gonna be feeling it tomorrow morning.
Oh, Jack Walls is back in the chat. I thought he said he was going to take a break.
LaFouche back to throw. Fires complete first down yardage to Chase Earl. I thought he wasn't going to get it, but he fell just over the line of scrimmage.
Jack Wall SFL, one of our favorites, by the way.
Runs Jack's data as we're fast approaching the 2-minute warning. Revolution probably hopeful to get one more play off.
I will just say if the chat needs to be called out, I'm going to call out the chat. That's all I'm saying.
4 wide receivers, LaFouche, 7-step drop. Is going to get sacked all the way back at the 44. He reads the 2-minute warning, 7-3. Louisiana in front. Atlanta trying to make things happen. It's 2nd down and 20 following the big sack. Here's the throw over the middle, complete. They'll get some yardage back as they get into Atlanta territory to 48. Robo on the reception. And they'll go 4 wide again on 3rd and 12. LaFouche, 7-step drop. Pocket holds this time, but he's still hit as he throws. Incomplete. Defensive end Chris Porter came screaming in, number 62.
Sorry. Hey, we got a comment, a compliment from Stordito. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sorry for butchering it, but welcome. I noticed you're new and new to this, and hope you're liking it. And thanks for the compliment.
Walter Malinishin to punt to Morgan, and Morgan, sometimes he has an adventure on his return, and he hands onto that one at the 13.
Did I miss something? Porterhouse? Porterhouse is in the chat. Porterhouse? There's waxy buildup on these shoes. Did you take that all off and put a nice cream polish on it?
I hear you in the chat said, we have any Rick Meter sightings? And so far, it's been
Lean,
Louisiana.
Yeah, it has been. How about that? How about them apples?
There's Hollywood again on the carry. It stopped the line of scrimmage, and so far it's been more of a running back duel between these two offenses than anything else.
Yeah, the Rick Meter is pleased that the Louisiana Revolution defense is making it look smart.
There's Jenko. Offensive. Here's 2nd and 10. They get to Hollywood, and he picks up yardage to 19.
Hey, no worries, that's what she said. We probably don't. Well, the Rick Meter staff is already salty that we don't refer to them as much as they feel they deserve. They also believe that the SFL is wholly created so that teams can play for the glory of the Rick Meter. So they're a little megalomaniac to them and delusional, but keep that to yourself.
3rd and 4. Hollywood gets stopped a yard short, and Louisiana calls a timeout with 17 seconds left.
I'd like to get another crack at this thing, Colin.
And Smith, Chris Smith, on for yet another punt. He's been busy today. He'll be standing back just past his own 10-yard line in front of the 5.
They coming at it. They try. Oh!
They don't get there. A fair catch will be called at the 44 by Jeff Malinishin.
That's just the way you the coaches dial it up. If you go for pressure, you got hardly any time left. You go for pressure, you don't get there. You just fair catch it. You don't want to burn even 1 second trying to get that 1 or 2 extra yards on the return. Just let the offense do its job.
Well, they have 2 timeouts.
As they say in that movie, what was that, Dunkirk? I've got a job to do.
3 wide receivers out in the pattern for Louisiana plus the tight end Garrison Blue. As LaFouche goes back to throw, fires over the middle, complete to Robo.
T.O., come on.
And they'll call a timeout
fine.
with 3 seconds left.
Okay, well, get one shot.
Get down to the Atlanta 41. There's Gerald Smith, the head coach. Also, he calls the defense.
Can they kick a 58-yarder?
Well, I don't know. I think Matt Fennick would certainly like to try. I just don't know if he has the leg. Looks like the offense is out there for the moment, so they'll try Al Merrick. There's Robo. Press coverage from Atlanta. And LaFouche, by himself in the gun, has a clean pocket to throw from. Fires this puppy way down the field, and it is knocked down to the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Wow, heck of an arm, and that brings us to
halftime.
Ding, 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 ding.
7-3, Revolution in front. And Rick, well, that was certainly an interesting first half. What did you see?
You know what I saw? I saw Louisiana going toe-to-toe with Atlanta here, and with their newish quarterback. And look at that. Fairly even. TOP is a little lopsided, and that turnover didn't really cost Atlanta anything. Just a good old-fashioned, football game.
The yardage pretty even. There's the 1 turnover. And then LaFouche finding twin screw in the end zone. In front of the fans here. Bryant Dynasty. Easton had many chances to throw a ball, but this is one of his better passes. To Wooding?
That was on a 3rd and 5. And we'll throw deep. To the surprise of everybody, as was mentioned. Here we are in the second. Reset. The Rick meter is leaning Louisiana at this point. Louisiana is the underdog in the game, but fairly well in control. Although, as they say in the Rudy movie, the issue is still in doubt. A little salty that Louisiana was playing for another scoring opportunity at the end of the half, and they get the kick again. Louisiana's playing for keeps. That's it. Okay, we're playing for keeps now, Mr. Gopher.
Gerald Smith must have told his guys before the game, no one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around.
Exactly. No one.
Here is to get to Reggie Streeter up the middle, and Streeter has all kinds of room.
Yeah, first down. They were a little hesitant to give it to him, but it was clear he had crossed that line to gain.
Here's Streeter.
Doing his Moses routine there. Did you see the parting of the line there? Waltzed right through.
LaFouche under center, turns, gives to Streeter again, and Reggie Streeter, all kinds of room, picks up 7 yards.
A little back-to-back Streeter magic.
Quanah Shine on the tackle.
This is the part where you can get the Atlanta defense having to guess, because Streeter is obviously working, but do they take a shot here?
Look at those numbers for LaFouche.
Ooh.
Almost a 102 quarterback rating, 91 yards passing, and 1 passing touchdown. So far, he's kept it clean. Streeter stopped the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Louisiana plays it conservative, in my opinion, there. But now they've got it. Got to go for it. where it's like doubt. No doubt, eh? I doubt we'll say that again. Oh, we've started something now.
3rd and 3. LaFouche fires it up. The Streeter has all kinds of room. Easily picks up the first down to the 49.
Nice job. Nice job with that play. The play Atlanta wasn't expecting. Big fan of the mental pressure game.
We'll go over playoff scenarios in just a minute here as LaFouche throws it out to Garrison Blue, and they said he was out of bounds.
He was out. Throws it out in more ways than one.
There's Aquana Shine, the veteran linebacker from New York State. 9th season here with the team, has been here since the very beginning of
Look at this deep pressure, huh?
Here's to get to Streeter. They run opposite the pressure, and Streeter has all kinds of room, picks up 9 yards.
That's a thing of beauty right there, eh? Don't you know?
3rd and 1 at the 42. There's Jay Miraculous lining up across from Chase Earl, giving Earl plenty of cushion. LaFouche fires it out to Streeter again, his second catch on the drive, and Reggie hits the first down at the 35.
Well, they've been connecting on that now. There's 2 just on this drive, Colin.
And Reggie's certainly no stranger to catching the ball in the backfield. Coming in, he had 48 receptions for 275 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns on 50 targets. Offset formation. Here's to get to Streeter again on a dive up the middle. Shouldered one defender, but was able to only pick up 2.
Well, we're starting to get to the point in the game, Colin, where punishing running of Streeter may start having an effect on the Atlanta defense, which is the last thing they want to see happen on the Atlanta sideline.
Bunch to the bottom. LaFouche goes to the bunch and has Earl for the first down. Tackle made by number 24, Connor Darian.
No need to change your Earl every 10,000 miles with him. Did I stun you with that one? Get your motor running. Let's go.
There's Earl again. 2nd season with the Revolution. 3rd season overall in the league. Receiving core is relatively young. In terms of experience, but that guy certainly has his experience. 5 total years in the league. 1 year with London.
Yes.
He's been with this team for 3 seasons, including when they were in New Orleans.
And that was a good stop by the Atlanta defense, bringing up 2nd and long. They need to get Louisiana off schedule.
Here's to get to Streeter. Only gets about 1. Tackle made by Finnegan.
All right.
3rd and 7. They're still well within field goal range. Look at the numbers for Earl. 6 grabs on 8 targets for 39 yards today.
Louisiana has their eyes on the red zone here. Just 2 yards out. 7 yards from a first down.
6-step drop. LaFouche to the air. No. It was tipped up in the air by Miraculous, but Moose Papano made sure Earl did not catch it on the ricochet.
Wow, that was a good play by Atlanta and Dicey at the same time. Let's get another look at the bounce, right? Oh! The receiver was getting tackled after the ball made contact, which is legal. Otherwise, he could have reached back.
This is Matt Finnegan for the field goal attempt.
Good tag team defense there in the secondary by Atlanta.
This will be from the right hash, spotted just past in front of the 30. So it'll be about a 40.
38-yarder, I think.
As this field goal is good. So Matt Finnick gets his team 3 more points on the board. You give him a 10-3 lead with 5:57 to go.
And they're sitting on a lean from the Rick meter as Louisiana. Hold on to your hats. Atlanta needing a win is starting to look a little bit on the ropes, Colin. Their offense needs to spring to life, and it needs to happen ASAP. Fortunately, they're going to get the ball.
And they still have plenty of time to do something. Because we have a whole quarter to go. Plus 5 minutes and change as Morgan returns it up to the 21. They're coming out of yard. Deep in his own end zone.
Exactly, for those that are so inclined to be digit heads, or gear heads, which is a compliment in our book for this Detroit area-based booth team. They've only scored 3 in 2.5 quarters, maybe, and they need to score 7 a quarter and a half. So
well, they start things out with a Bryant Dynasty pass to Boo Chisholm. He picks up 6 yards. And we have the Ravens best asking if Atlanta wins, are they in the playoff?
oh man, and there is some smack talk suddenly in the chat. We're going to leave that one alone as Atlanta sitting at 2nd and 4 here. Good opportunity to make another first down.
Here's to get a Hollywood. He's stopped in the back, out to the line of scrimmage by Luther Gahn, defensive tackle.
There's a shout out for Denver, the service dog, who typically travels with us to games, Colin's service animal. Denver has been super rowdy this season. He, for whatever reason, won't really behave in the booth, but today he is just relaxing, taking it all in. And he says, thank you for the shout out.
This nice out route completes to Siege Falco, and he got a few extra yards for the first down.
He did. He did. So Atlanta offense doing what they need to do. You know, there's a crawl, walk, run approach to these kinds of things when you're behind. And you've got to catch up fairly quickly relative to what's left in the game, relative to your production so far. It's just move the sticks, make your blocks.
And they made a nice run there. They picked up 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Leonard Butler Sr. says the dog is too cool. And I'd happen to agree with you on that one.
He is cool. For those of you that were at the convention 2 years ago in Atlanta, Denver made the trip with us. He will not make the trip with us to Houston.
Hollywood loses the 3 yards, and Nathan Blake records the TFL, and teammates get all excited for that one. It's the veteran free safety. He's been a nickelback, just fights off the fullback there. Tackles him back at the 32.
So now Atlanta is off schedule, needs 10 yards to keep the drive alive, and they're on the minus side of the territory. Geez, how quickly the worm turns, Colin.
And they'll give it off on a run, and that won't do nearly what they wanted. For Blake, that was his 8th tackle.
Wow.
For a couple guys on Louisiana, Blake B. Craze had 98 total tackles coming in. He probably well over 100 by this point. Anthony Weil had 94. As the punt is away. To Malinishin, who returns it up to the 32.
Denver don't show, I don't go. Well, sorry about that.
Well, he's kidding. He's kidding.
Okay, good. Just we're going to be flying down there, and Denver and the airplane and the airport is just a bit of a longer putt than what we can handle. Driving, no problem.
Three wide receivers, tight end flex out. Here's to get to Reggie Streeter. Up the middle, he picks up 6 yards, and already starting to pick up bigger and bigger chunks.
Yeah. As we were talking about earlier, Colin, there's a threat to begin wearing down the Atlanta line with these Streeter runs.
Here's 2nd and 4. LaFouche, quick drop, slant over the middle, caught by Rowo to the 43-yard line. And I tell you, this
second timely slant for a first down, Colin.
And LaFouche is making it look easy. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst position. No prior experience is required, just a love of the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. As Richie Streeter picks up 9 yards.
And it gives him a little shimmy shake after that run, too.
He's feeling it now.
Ooh.
Here. Stop the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3rd and 1 at the Atlanta 34.
One play to rule them all in this drive, maybe, for Louisiana, Colin.
Here's Streeter. First down and play, more spins. Tries to make a second spin. And he gets tackled at the 26.
Gives us now patented little shoulder shake, shimmy shoulder shake at the end of that.
What an impressive run there by Streeter. SFL's 3rd season of minor league action starts Friday, April 16th, the day before Wild Card Saturday. All new players will take the field for the first time as they prepare themselves to be drafted in the pros. Want to get on the field? It's never too late. Visit www.simulationfl.net to join our Discord community, create your player, and start building your career. As LaFouche's pass is complete to Streeter, and he picks up the first down.
Another one of those highly successful little out swing passes. I'm not sure what they call it in the playbook, Colin. You would know, but that's the 3rd one by my count for a first down that they've run so far this game.
And I got 2 tight ends on the same side, 2 receivers to the bottom of your picture. Streeter offset to the left. They give it to him on a dive up the middle. He's unable to find room. And he gets tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Louisiana in front 10-3, looking to play spoiler. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch TV. Put your 4s up in the chat, folks.
Who owns the 4th quarter? We're about to find out.
Here's LaFouche, fires it out to Streeter, makes a cut behind his back, and he'll get down to the 8-yard line to set up a 3rd and 3.
We'll keep going to that well.
So far, that well is plentiful.
It's not run dry.
Third and 3. LaFouche, 4 out in the pattern, goes to Garrison. Blue hauls it in for the touchdown. He was wide open and after being targeted a couple times today without much success, he finally grabs one. And that one is timely as it puts him up 3 scores now. This game has some bearing on the playoff standings. They are as follows. will get to them after the extra point by Matt Finnick.
Well, that makes it 17-3. 2 scores to tie, 3 scores to take the lead for Atlanta. 10:24 left in the fourth quarter. And Colin, there's some playoff implications here for this game. What do you got?
Well, Atlanta needs to win if they want to keep pace with the other teams that could possibly be 6-6. And a loss would all but eliminate them from playoff contention. So if there was ever a time to rise up to the challenge, they need to do it now. Next Saturday on Next Level Sports, the SFL playoffs take center stage with 2 of the 4 wildcard matches. Coverage starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern with the best teams, the best broadcasters, and the most exciting sim football of the year. Stay tuned to the SFL on social media at Simulationfl for matchups and kickoff times. SFL Next Level Sports, we put the fan in fantasy. You see the times on the screen below, 4:30 and 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Hollywood picks up 2.
You see that average under 2 yards per carry? That's one of the main stories of the day so far for Atlanta.
2nd and 8. Here's the give to Hollywood. He gets yardage up to the 29 to set up a 3rd and 5.
Take this moment to check in with the Rick meter. An update from the Rick meter. It's full on Louisiana. Rick meter predicting a win for Louisiana.
Here's the good Dynasty. Fires complete to Chisholm with a leaping one-handed grab to the 36. They need more passes like that if they want to get back in this game quickly, Rick.
Yes, they do. They need probably an average of 6 to 9 yards per play, assuming some short, some long, some deep yardage plays.
Hollywood picks up 2 and sense some frustration from the wide receivers. They're trying to tell their coach on the field to stop running the ball.
Throw the ball. That's right. So, if you average, say, 8 to 9 yards, you're picking up a first down, making at least 10 yards, 18 yards every 2 plays. You got to get down the field and put some points on the board. Then the defense has to show up.
Hollywood lost a yard there. Crazed and Diesel combine on the stop. Here is the pass down the field. Dynasty is knocked away. Rolliman Hood. Right idea there, but unfortunately they will have to punt it. Let's hope the defense can try to hold them down.
Indeed, and that's a film study play right there, knowing what the defense, knowing what the offense and the QB's trying to do, and having an understanding of the patterns they'll typically run. And just being in the right place.
Rush on again. Fair catch called for 28-7:50 to go. Falco's looking around for a flag. He claimed he was held by the defensive back.
And, he might have been. The techies in the truck all hopped up on Mountain Dew and Pop-Tarts. Can't seem to give us good looks at some of these critical plays, or re-looks.
Here's LaFouche down the field. Oh, that could have been real dangerous. Pass intended for Robo. Incomplete 7 targets, 5 grabs for number 88 today. Louisiana receiving corps is young. They're all either in their second or third years in the league.
Is that right? Well, that bodes well for the future, but they need the future to be right now.
2nd and 10. LaFouche, 7-step drop, goes out to Streeter. Could have been intercepted by Billy Ray Valentine, number 93, who was out there playing the flat.
Valentine overplayed it and then just sort of gave up. Every now and then you see something fairly funny on the field, Colin, and that was one right there. We had one early in the game when the kickoff returner ran backwards in a circle.
I thought he was going to pull a Jim Marshall. As LaFouche fires down the middle, twin screw behind everybody. He's running down the field. He's to the 10, to the 5, touchdown.
Oh, man.
Louisiana. Another touchdown pass. 2nd of the day for twin screw.
Well, and think about the change of events. If Valentine had played that ball a little better, that was a pick 6. And instead, it's 6 the other way. A 12-point swing.
Hamrack trying to bat the ball down, but twin screw was able to get behind him on the corner route, and that's all she wrote.
Wow.
Mike Twin Screw has come up big today. That's his 2nd receiving touchdown, and that now puts him in the lead with 5 receiving touchdowns of the year. Matt Finnick kicks it through, and it's now 24-3 with 7:05 left.
Chris Henry, 44, with one of the comments du jour, the Charlie Brown good grief. You just don't hear that enough. And I'm sorry, Chris Henry, that you had to use that one. Feeling your pain.
Morgan from the 2 gets knocked down at the 20. For Atlanta, I admired our commitment to the run, but at some point they just got to let Dynasty cut it loose here.
Well, there's a commitment to the run, and then there's altering your game plan to put you in a position to win, and there's the disconnect right there.
Hollywood picks up 1. Gunny McGuire in the chat. Nice to see you, sir. Said it doesn't feel right to see the Revolution, Sparrows, and possibly my favorite hometown Swarm miss the playoffs. I tell you, it's a very strange feeling, especially considering Sioux Falls was champion runner-up last year.
Right.
They've been the runner-up in the championship game for 2 years running. Dynasty down the field, caught by Chisholm to the 43.
Nice. It's been a season of ups and downs, and some upside downness to it. I mean, look at your somebody's St. Louis Gladiators, for example, off to a red-hot start, and now still fighting for their playoff lives here this weekend. So you just never know.
It's a winner-take-all, that game. Winner wins
the chicken dinner.
The East Division.
Oh, the East Division. Darn, I thought I had it.
Close, though.
So close.
So close.
Whoosh. Go Frankenmuth, Michigan. That's where you get your best chicken dinner if you're a winner.
Pick up 5 to the 48, 2nd and 5.
Clock's moving. Atlanta down by 3 scores as a reset. Louisiana is the 6.5-point underdog, and the Rick meter has been predicting and now calling for a Louisiana win since late in the second quarter.
Here's a get a Hollywood again, picks up a first down, juke move, Oh, he almost broke a tackle as he gets knocked down at the 33. That could have been a huge run.
That was nice. He's going full jukebox hero there with that little hop to the side right there. Yep, hello. That one guitar felt good in his hands.
Now approaching under 5 minutes to go. BDG only gets one, and at some point you just gotta throw in the towel.
Well, if they were using Hollywood, every third play just to keep the defense honest to help open up the back end of the secondary, I get it, but it still seems like that's the feature part of the offense. And here we go again, as they'll overload one side or the other, typically out of this formation with a run play.
Let's see him pass out of it yet. Hollywood to the 26, and now they go hurry up for this 3rd down and 3.
Plus side for Atlanta, they do have 3 timeouts to work with.
Get the 1st down to the 22. They're just caught in a less than optimal formation.
They line up in it again. They do. Oh my. Heads are exploding. This is 5th time in a row, maybe?
Hollywood gets down to the 16.
Johnny McGuire, thanks for the shout out. It's nice to be here. Appreciate everybody pays attention to us. Of course, Colin's the talent. I'm just, it's his world. I'm just living in it.
Now they come out in a different formation.
And they'll throw.
They'll throw. It's a 1st down to the 12.
There we go. A clock stopping 1st down. That's like, to-do list item 1A under the chapter of staging a comeback.
Here is going to be a free play, and it's a knockdown. But it's going to be a 3-5 yards, I think. Someone jumped early for the Revolution.
Neutral zone infraction, number 76. Defense, 12-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
And that was Luther Gahn, the defensive tackle.
Just, losing your concentration there, Colin. There's no reason for that. You got a 3-score lead. No need to have that hyper sense of urgency that you go early. It is 4-down territory for Atlanta. Just makes it a little easier.
Here's the throw out to Falco, down to the 4. Dynasty to the end zone. It's Will Todd. Touchdown, Atlanta.
There you go. Let the record reflect the fist pump by yours truly. Nice job.
And for the rookie tight end, that's his 2nd touchdown grab of the year. And he had some nice footwork to boot on the end line. This will be 24-10, pending the extra point with 3:04 left. We'll definitely see an onside kick here. Sammy Steele boots it through.
And we've seen some surprisingly successful onside kicks over the last during our time here, Colin. So let's see what happens.
Sammy Steele, one of many contracted kickers in the league. Only DC, Houston, and Vancouver run without one. And this kick is...
It's a scramble.
No! I think the Revolution fell on the ball. Yes, they did. It looked like for a minute there Atlanta might fall on it, but Louisiana fell on it instead with 3:01 to go.
It was the old playground jam pile there. As that ball squirts around on the field. Lots of opportunities, but your Louisiana Revolution come up with it. We will now start seeing the burning of the timeouts by Atlanta.
Here's Reggie Streeter. He lost a yard back to the 44. Cree Higgins on the tackle. And I agree with Guy Costin in the chat. He says, wow, what a scramble. Certainly was. Sometimes it's hard to tell who's exactly got the ball sometimes down there. Revolution run the play clock down side of 5. Reggie Streeter got the first down at a 30. He's now up to 97 yards on 21 carries. So he reached the 2-minute warning. Get another look at it here. He just explodes as soon as he gets the ball.
Look at that defender. He drugged for 4 or 5 yards and then finally shed him.
You reached the 2-minute warning. Louisiana in front, 24-10. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch TV. First and 10 at 30. Here's Reggie Streeter up the middle. And lost a yard back to 31, and timeouts are starting to be burned now. Don't miss a minute of heart-pounding SFL action tomorrow. The final full day of regular season action. Coverage on For the Fans starts early Sunday at 10:30 a.m. with Jacksonville, Florida, followed by Fort Worth and Lone Star. Action shifts to Next Level Sports at 2:30 with Los Angeles battling Vancouver for the Pacific. The SFL on Next Level Sports and For the Fans. We put the fan in fantasy. And don't forget about the playoffs.
Playoffs?
On Next Level Sports next Saturday. Take center stage with 2 of the 4 wild card matchup. Coverage starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern with the best teams, the best broadcasters, the most exciting sim football of the year. Stay tuned on social media at Simulationfl for matchups and kickoff times. The SFL on Next Level Sports. We put the fan in fantasy. It's a 3rd and 11, and it looks like they're going to line up to throw for this one. It's going to be Chase Earl completion. He stays in bounds, and this will be marked at the 25, and Atlanta is now officially out of timeouts.
Thus endeth the Viking funeral pyre of burning timeouts for Atlanta, as it will take a more than one miracle, I believe.
This is Matt Finnick from the
32. It's going to be a 42-yarder in the book should he make it.
He's already made one today. This is right at. And the kick is good from 42. That should just about do it. 27-10.
And that takes it back to a 3-score lead. Folks, and you know where this game is headed. Unfortunately for Atlanta, their playoff hopes are dimming. No?
They are.
They are. Thank you very much.
I didn't realize you were waiting for me to respond.
It's all right. Trolling my partner here as he's got his nose in the stats and record books and playoff scenarios. Atlanta sets up at their own
21 with a minute 42 left. No timeouts. No. And a long, long way to go.
Three scores away, as a matter of fact.
Hollywood, 38 carries, 95 yards. At times, it's been real tough sledding for the guy. Bryant Dynasty, 7-step drop, fires it out. It's
Ooh, did he get it?
incomplete.
Oh, he did not. And Denver has gotten rowdy here as this game's coming to a close. He's anticipating the exciting finish for Louisiana Revolution. Don't be surprised if he pronounces this game a little rough for Atlanta.
Dynasty. He's going to go down.
Ooh.
Luther gone with the sack. That's his third sack of the year. Loss of 4 back to the 17.
Third sack of the year, and there's another sack.
This time it's Ross Napoli. His third sack of the year. So everybody's getting in on the fun as it's 4th and 15.
A little arty camera direction there. Scoreboard pan down to the field action.
Here's Dynasty. Fires to Chisholm. Easy guard short. He's going to be stopped, and the ball goes over to the Revolution at the Atlanta 30.
The ritual taking of the knee following the ritual burning of the timeouts by the other team. And this game is now finding its final rhythm, Colin.
Ash Oates, the backup corner on the stop. And the backups are in for Louisiana. This is Bruce Ivy. Coming in to take the knees. Well, Rick, Louisiana able to play spoiler. So Atlanta will drop to 5-7. Revolution finished 4-8. They'll be going back to the drawing board. Specifically, I think they'll be interested in possibly definitely looking at quarterback. It's just a matter of which one. In the SFL minor league system. A couple good ones out there.
Indeed.
Folks, this won't be the last you'll hear of me. I'll be doing some SFL M games.
You will.
Starting here pretty shortly.
Tell me more.
Final score. Louisiana beats Atlanta 27-10. As we take a look at the post game, Rick, well, what does it tell you?
Look how even the TOP is, and Revolution just grinding out a good lead in total yards, total yardage, total offense. So they go up and down the field several more times than Atlanta. Very respectable win.
Brian Dynasty, thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it. The team played relatively well.
Yep, they just Atlanta was not the Atlanta we've seen in other games, unfortunately. Louisiana, hat tip to you guys.
Hat tip indeed.
Good game. Yeah, there's Denver.
Mike Twinscrew, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns, including that long one right there. BD Hollywood finished with 95 yards. Including that. That was the big part of it right there, that one. Matt Fennick made a couple of field goals. This one is sort of icing on the cake.
Thank you again, everybody, for the 2 kind words in the chat. We have a fun time doing it. Hope it's entertaining and informative for the listeners. And here's your player of the game.
It's LaFouche.
All right.
He's 23 of 31, 237 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a quarterback rating of 128 on the nose.
Wow, 128. That's one of the best QB ratings we've seen in our games, Colin. Love that.
For those of us at the Simulation Football League, for Cam Irvine, I'm Colin Northup. He's Rick Northup.
There's Denver.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the games. We'll see you around.